In this week's episode, the Spilsby project's leaving the yard. The Stourbridge project is leaving the yard. We've got a double classroom coming back from Blackpool. Cathy looks like she's trying out to be on the West End. We've got another delivery of donuts, and I'm pretty sure the British weather is either trying to drown us or burn us alive. This is Inside the Box, episode number 9. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, and a sad Monday at that. Obviously, the result of the football was not what any of us wanted. We may be used to it, but it's not what we wanted. But I am sad on 2 accounts. 1, because we lost the match, and 2, I managed to break my phone over the weekend, and I've got to go and get it fixed. But fear not, for there is good in this week as well. We have 2 buildings leaving us this week. The Spilsby project is going out, and the Stourbridge project is going out. We also have the Blackpool higher classroom coming back into stock as well. So there is much to do, and the week will improve from today. Okay, so as we know, the result of the football particularly sucked. It also sucked about the fact that my phone got smashed at golf over the weekend. It just fell out my pocket and managed to land perfectly on 2 stones. So I'm going to go and shoot into town now and go and get that fixed, which is a waste of sort of an hour and a half of going there and back. But needs must, I can't be without sort of the main tool for what I do as a job. So I'm going to go and get that done now. And then it's back in the office because we've got to make sure that all the people are lined up, all the transport lined up, crane, materials, anything that is involved in moving these modular buildings, is that everything is ready to go, and the building's going to go in without a hitch. So first of all, to Cannock, let's get this phone fixed.
Guess who broke his phone screen? Doodah, doodah.
Okay, 250 of the King's finest pounds lighter and a backup phone acquired. I'm back in the world of communication. So back to the depot. Let's go. Over on Project Stourbridge, the team are starting to get the bases down onto the tarmac. Using a 4-to-1 wet mix, the guys will bed the first 600 by 600 slab and give it a press down. Once in place, he will use a rubber mallet and a spirit level to get the slab completely level.
Okay viewers, so you know from last week's episode we are looking to invest and grow our hire fleet. So this is one of the units that we've got ready. This is a refurbished 3-bay modular building that we've set out in our single classroom layout. I'll put up a drawing now of how that looks, but we've got a lobby area, obviously where the pupils can drop off their coats, their bags, etc. We've put some coat hooks out there. In this room is a 57 square metre classroom, which is suitable for 30 pupils and a teacher. We leave the internal walls, these are all patched to be ready to take interactive whiteboards and things on those kind of lines, or they can teach to the rear elevation as well. The large windows are 2.5 metres by 1 metre in a 50-50 split. That means that this side is a fixed pane and this side is an opener. LED lighting, these are the trap hatches to be able to bolt the units together and connect up the electrics. And then in this room we have got a teacher's store cupboard area where they can put any of the materials that they need for the lessons and the teaching that they do. So we've got 13 amp double sockets. We've got the fuse spurs in place just in case we choose to go with the electric heating, but we've also got the option that we can put air conditioning into this building as well, just dependent on the duration of the hire. Say, this is just an example of one of the hire fleet units that we've got, perfectly set up for a school that needs to have space for 30 pupils. Okay, one project that I didn't bring you much of last week is the 5 metre by 3 metre portable cabin that Chris and Steve have been working on. So this building now is virtually complete except for 3 electrical sockets and just some lidding up of the trunking, which we're just waiting for that to be delivered from the electric wholesalers. So after that, the whole project should be complete. So let's just have a quick look round, and also what it looked like before and what it looks like now. We've also got another 3 of these buildings available, so we're going to refurbish them up the same. The only thing that we're going to change is we're going to close this wall off here and swap it to just swap it to a single doorway, and obviously steel up the exterior. So it's a cool little project, but look, it goes to show, not just sticking these buildings into a scrap heap or anything like that. They can be refurbished, and this one's probably going to work out around about £3,000 cheaper than going for a brand new one, which it pretty much looks brand new. Okay, so you'll probably remember from last week's episode, or the end of last week's episode, we gave the guys the day off today. Just obviously any layovers from the football yesterday, win or lose. I'm sure there was possibly going to be a few sore heads this morning, but there are still 3 of the team who made the pilgrimage into work today to keep the efforts moving forward. So a big thank you to Chris, Steve and the other Steve for being in today, putting the disappointment and possibly hangovers to the side to keep the business moving forward. All right, guys. Not much going on. I think most of the country were still off work, nursing a hangover. Big thanks to Steve and Chris, who've obviously come in just to make sure that the plumbing was done in Spilsby, and Chris and Steve moving the other projects on with just the painting, getting the trims painted up, which you saw earlier. I believe it is absolutely going to bucket down tomorrow. So we've got the foundations, which are the jack pads going into the Spilsby project. We've got a crane in the yard to load the first 2 sections of Stourbridge and the 3 sections for Spilsby. We've got LJE Modulars guys up in Blackpool splitting the 5-bay modular double classroom, which is coming back here. So that's being craned on Wednesday, which I think is like a completely different day. It's about 23 degrees and no rain. So yeah, it's one of those. Hopefully the rain doesn't play with us too much, but from what I understand, it's absolutely going to smash it down. And I say that means our entire yard will just turn into a huge lake. So yeah, hopefully not that bad. But for Monday, see you tomorrow morning. Morning, it is Tuesday, and as expected, it has absolutely smashed it down with rain overnight, and our yard has turned into Lake Hickson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to July in England, the middle of our summer holidays, our summer period. The kids are all about to go off school to play in the fields, in the meadows, on the parks, or maybe just in a rowing boat.
Just for the record, it did not take 3 weeks.
So TMR Transport are just in the yard now to come and collect the first section of the 3 that are going up on the Spilsby project. Only 2 lorries are coming in today. Unfortunately, their 3rd lorry got held up on site. So it's not going to be in until tomorrow morning, which is okay because we've got the crane in tomorrow morning loading for the Stourbridge project. So there it is, up, ready to go, all bagged and sheeted, nice and safe. Alright guys, as you can see, there's a lot of action still going on Tuesday afternoon because some of the lorries unfortunately were delayed. Steve, Mike and Martin are all going to hang around tonight to make sure everybody gets loaded who needs to get loaded. But unfortunately, I've got to go and shoot tonight because I've got to go and see my eldest in a theatre production. So I would leave you in the capable hands of Steve, but he doesn't like going on camera. So yeah, good day, plenty done, lots going on in the office and a hell of a lot going on outside. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday. It's Tuesday, 14 lorries, 4 cranes, 3 sites, 3 teams, all moving today. It's going to be a good day. I hope it's going to be a good day. It's not Tuesday, is it? It's Wednesday. But it's all the same. It's okay. It's still happening.
I thought I'd be the first green thing in here, but I'm told it's the first real green thing.
Yeah, it's the first real
So
green
so I'll take
no.
that. Yeah, I'll
Thank
take that.
you.
That's
Thank you
no
for
pleasure.
that.
Yeah. You got to bring a plant in you when you're moving.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
What do you think?
It looks fantastic. Yeah, I think it looks brilliant. And I was saying to Matt, like, this is something I've been seeing you do this. Like, could we scrape up a bit of land somewhere? I've got my eye on a couple of bits and just going, if we could put something on there, we could get exactly what we want. We've just been talking systems and the next bit really.
Yeah, because I want, like I said, we need a CRM. CRM. And then
Do listen.
And then there's the, what was the name of that company?
Which one?
The
CRM one?
It wasn't a CRM now, was it? It was more...
The Salesforce one, or the Simpro?
Simpro.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then leaving my my meeting with Ollie for 2 seconds because the first of the Blackpool loads has just landed back in the depot. So it's my first look at this building for quite a while. I've just seen how we're getting on, and I mean you can already see we've got little bits and pieces like this where maybe a little bit of damp got in at some point, which I'm not quite sure why the client never got in touch. It's not even wet. It doesn't feel soft, so I'm not sure if it's just paint that might have been peeled off in the past. But the unit in all, bear in mind, it's been out for 4 years. It's actually in relatively good condition. But I still think we're going to do a full overhaul. I'll say the worst part on this particular building is the roof. It's been out for a long time. I think it was the original roof. It was only meant to go out on hire for an initial 12 months or an original 12 months, and then obviously they kept it for 4 years. So we've got to get up there. I think we're going to completely strip the roof deck back off to the joists, get some new OSB up there and a new Firestone or another EDPM roof blanket on there. So that's the first section. I'll bring some more to you as and when they come in, and we'll just have a general look at the condition and then talk about what we're going to do to it just to get it ready to go out to another school in the future. And the lads are now lifting section 5 of Stourbridge onto the lorry.
Let's have a look at how the guys are getting on at the Spilsby end of the job.
Alright guys, we are loading 6 out of 6 now, which is going down to Stourbridge, and that is load number 4 of the Blackpool job. I myself now am jumping to go down to our Brockton depot because we've got a customer coming in to see a 3-bay modular building. My car, that one, is buried, so I'm taking the Christmobile. Gotta love fleet insurance. Alright guys, made it down to the Brockton depot, just about to go and meet the customer, just waiting for them to arrive. But just arriving at this depot, it needs so much work doing to it. We've got about an acre of land down here, but literally just use it as like an overspill yard, and then we'll send lorries down to come and pick up a unit and take it back to our Hickson depot. But I think what I want to do, probably in the next year or two, I want to develop it and get it up and running for something that can handle our hire fleet for the construction market. So a lot of the anti-vandal buildings and the storage containers. I want to grow that side of the company alongside the education hire market that we've got. But yeah, we struggle with power down here. We've got mains water, mains soil waste, etc. But power is this whole little industrial estate is just it's maximum already. So we've probably got to get a big generator in here, which is all that we'll probably need to run what we need to do. But it definitely needs some TLC. This old 2-bay just needs completely ripping down and getting rid of. You know, there's so much. You know, we could do so much with it. It's just a case of actually just getting through here and getting the stuff done. Loads of good open plan space, but so many of the units just need to be gutted and removed. Anyway, let's wait for these. It's this building over here, which Chris and Steve are working on at the minute. They're just getting it an initial coat of paint that we're going to be showing the customers around. Okay, I made it back to the office for the end of the day. The customer was happy, seemed to like the building. They're working on a bit of a charity job. I don't want to say too much about it at the moment because I think it's going to make some press. But it's almost like a DIY SOS kind of project. So we're going to provide the structure to them, and then they're going to take on the refurb. But I'm sure there'll be more to come out that we'll be able to bring later on, but I don't want to sort of spoil the surprise for people at the moment. The installation up in Spilsby went really well. The building's down, the installation down in Stourbridge has gone really well. Steve and Martin are down on Stourbridge tomorrow, and the lads, Rich, Connor and Ray, are carrying on with Spilsby tomorrow, leaving me, Brad and Mike in the yard to do some work. Chris and Steve are down in our Brockton depot doing some painting on a 20 foot by 10 foot toilet and changing block. Good day, busy day, lots of stuff going on. Still a bit iffy in the office in terms of the amount of inquiries. The amount of inquiries is good. The amount of sales is a bit lower than I want. But that's what I've got to work on. That's my job. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday. Good morning. It is Thursday and there is not a soul in the yard today. They are all out on the varying jobs that we've got. So we're going to have an office day, and I'm going to have a look at what things I can bring you from the office to keep you all entertained. Okay, so one of the advantages, if there is ever an advantage for this, of things being a little bit quieter than they are normally on the sales front is that you get time to be able to sit down and look at products. I mean, we've been flat out now for probably the last 5 years. We've had, we were busy through COVID, we've had a yard move, we've had so much that we've been doing. And quite often you don't get a chance to be able to sit down and look at sort of product innovations, different products that are available in the market, different suppliers, doing a lot of price checking and things on those kind of lines. So, I mean, we've had a visit from Becky at Falcon Timber. We do operate with Falcon Trunking as well, but Falcon Timber. And she's just bought us like sort of loads of different wall samples, which we use in our office as well. Different types of fire rated MDF, fire rated ply, all different products that we use, but we don't actually use those guys at the moment, or we, depending on quotations, we haven't given them the opportunity to possibly quote some of like the carcassing materials, the OSBs, the plies. So in slightly quieter moments like this, it gives us an opportunity to get into our supply chain, speak to our suppliers, speak to new suppliers, and just get a good old refresh on where rates are at. But also, you know, just product ranges. So Becky's dropped us off some more samples that we can show to our clients, which we've got a few coming round next week. But yeah, it does give you an opportunity to basically sit down, have a refresh, get into your files, get into your spreadsheets, and just have a look at where savings can be made or product ranges can be expanded. So like I say, it's not all doom and gloom when you get a quiet moment. We also get to get out in the yard and look at where we're going to spend the next set of money, where we're going to improve the infrastructure. So we had Ollie from Tech Care, who are now our managed service provider. Ollie came in yesterday and we're starting to look at a CRM system, because would you believe it, we're still not operating with one at the moment. Most things are just generally sat inside my head. So Ollie's having a look at that for us and going to come up with some different options of which one he thinks going to work best for what we do. So yeah, we're also going through the Safe Contractor Health and Safety accreditation. We've got a new staff room and large, I suppose, storage area, which is coming in as well. So there's still lots going on. We're also very busy right now. I say we've got all the projects that you've seen going out. We've got the Telford project going out in at the start of September. So we're actually very busy in the present, but obviously I live 3 months in advance with planning permissions and things like that. And I just think, obviously, with the change of government, the election, and things like that, it's just maybe knocked people's buy-in confidence and things along those kind of lines. And we were seeing on the emails at the moment that there's probably been 2 or 3 today that have just sort of said, we just don't have the available budget for like anything. And I mean, that's not just on the quote that we've provided. We've tried to say to them, listen, you know, you might not be able to afford this, but we've got this product that we could possibly do to give you the same sort of space, but, you know, not really, you know, we might not have the bells and whistles of, say, a cladded building or something like that, but it will still be operational. And they're like, well, we don't even have the money for that at the moment. So it's a bit of a funny world out there at the minute, but we will persevere and see what's going. But yeah, I said there's not a great deal going on today. I'm going to just make Thursday a short one because I don't just want you to sit there and watch me on the phone for a bunch of with a bunch of contacts and different things like that. So we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Morning guys, it is Friday morning and I have made a visit down to the Stourbridge project, mainly to bring Stephen some plumbing bits and pieces, but it also gives me an opportunity to get out the office, come down and have a look at what the guys have got going on here. So as you can see, we're on site, the building's landed, and now this is the process that we need to do to get everything trimmed up, get the skirting on, get all the internals done. So let's just have a quick look around at what the guys are up to. Look at that face, and then look at that cut, like a glove. Now, one of the big things, as you'll remember from episode 8, Milwaukee were the king of tools. Well, check this out. This is Steve's pack-out collection. Entirely Milwaukee. Are you going to come and stand next to it? The size of this thing? I'm 6'2". That's got what? That's got to be 7.5, 8 foot, hasn't it? That's all Steve's Milwaukee tools, ladies and gentlemen. He's very proud of his collection. He's worked very hard to get it all together. Many an awkward conversation with the wife, I would imagine. The king of tools. Alright guys, that is me done down at Stourbridge. The lads are getting on very well, but no one wants me here basically. Steve keeps trying to hide from me on camera. So I am going to head back up to the depot now. I think we've got Lewis coming in from Tech Care, and I've got a couple of quotes that I want to get out. Now, I'm actually on holiday next week, so I'm not sure who's going to be recording, if I can get any footage. So it might be that episode 10 is delayed a week. But we'll see how we get on and what we've got going on there. But I will let you guys know. Where we're going, we don't need roads. But apparently we do. And the M6 being an important part of that. And it is blocked, which means it's going to take me ages to get back to the depot. But from me and Stourbridge, I'll see you back up there. I'd also very much like to apologise to Doc Brown for making him sound like he's from the West Country. Great Scots! Still not better. Still not any better. Ladies and gentlemen, another sale has been completed by Chloe. Have you got any words today for it? No. It's another person who is reluctant to get on camera. Chris, come in. Come here. Here he is. No, it's another no.
Absolutely.
It's another. He's so beautiful, my brother. He bought me Legos.
I did.
So yeah, another sale by Chloe. Are you coming for my job?
Always.
She's coming for my job.
which would be nice. But she can have it next week, so I'm going on holiday. Let's talk British weather for a minute, shall we? Monday, all right day, not too bad. Tuesday, absolutely pounded it down. Flooded the yard, turned it into a lake. Wednesday, nice day. Good day for lifting, nice and dry, no wind, nice temperature. Thursday, starts to get a little bit too warm. Friday is making us all want to rip our skin off. And even though we've got the luxury of air-conditioned offices, as soon as we step outside, it is absolutely cooking. It's a bit warm, but it is also the end of Friday. What an awesome week we've got. The 2 projects that we've been working on over the weeks that we've taken you along are now on site. We've got another week next week of finishing off works just to get both of those buildings ready for the clients. The lads have just got back to the yard from Spilsby and Stourbridge. A big thank you to all the guys. They've worked exceptionally hard to get both of those buildings on site. We've had some great feedback from the clients already, particularly from the Spilsby project. They couldn't believe that it's a refurbished building, but that is what we do. In the office, Chloe's just landed another nice order this morning, or was it yesterday morning? She's landed an order, it's all good. We've also picked up some other ones. We've got some very nice inquiries coming in. Big Nige is getting his boots and his high-vis hair on next week. He's off to site to meet with a client about a 2-storey modular building. They seem very interested. I'm on holiday. I am taking the first week of the 6 weeks off, so I will not be here next week. Therefore, the likelihood is episode 10 will probably, I say probably because we'll see how they get on with maybe filming some footage, but probably be delayed a week. So it won't be out next Sunday, it'll be the Sunday after. I might, if I do get some footage, do a midweek episode, but we'll see how that goes. But I want to thank you all again for being here, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Please consider hitting the like button. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. We're on our way up towards 500 subscribers, which I would love to try and hit in the next couple of weeks. So if you do that, it'll mean a lot to me and the team. But from me, a good week, a happy week. I'm feeling good. I'm ready for my holiday. I want to get out of here. I'm going to Cornwall, getting in the sea with my boys. I wish you all a very happy end to your Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed the good weather, and I will see you in episode 10. Guys, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, click here. Go on, give it a tickle. It's a lovely button. You'll love it. And if you want to watch last week's episode, click over here. Take it easy.